playoff-like atmosphere. I wouldn't be surprised to see the coaches play with some matchups and even shorten their rotations.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. Kyrie Irving is out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Bay in at the 3, the small forward. Traps in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Davis now top of the key. Five to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And that bucket is why AD is special. Davis can fix a lot of your problems.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Castillo. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Mr. Incredible's got his second bucket tonight. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance NP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
The Warriors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Free throw good from Castillo. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Back to Irving. There's the triple. The rebound by Richards. Golden State has come out of the gates quickly. Hard to imagine, isn't it? 25 straight wins. And to this point, no team has found a way to stop them. None.
What's striking to me about this incredible streak is that in the course of a season, you might have an injury, you might have a bad shooting night, maybe your defensive game plan wasn't strong at the outset, and yet they grind night after night, come up with different ways to win. The commitment it takes to be on this kind of run is something else.
And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. Let's take a look at Dallas. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for Golden State, they are the team we expected to be here. Taking the top spot come playoff time, this is the team to beat. And you know what, call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
And the Warriors, another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Mavericks trail by 9. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He had 46 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And the Warriors, another 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Irving passes to Davis. Irving, a screen on Hachimura. Davis looking for an opening. Back to Irving. On the clock. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
Prince kicks to Davis. Irving for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Irving's got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Castillo the pass to Green. Stolen by Lively. Nobody near Irving. Another three for Dallas.
If you get caught watching the ball against Kyrie, he's going to go right by you every time.
Here is Mr. Incredible. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. That's no good, but only his first miss in 6 shots. Bay against Curry. And here is Bay. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Martin. Aldridge is out there with Rollins. And it's Diaz in at the 3. Scottie Pippen, he's checked in for the Mavericks. You know, Doris, here's a question for you. Is there a reason why we see so many point guards become head coaches?
I do believe, Kevin, obviously as a point guard, you are responsible on both ends of the floor. On the offense for knowing all of the sets and where every single guy is positioned. On the defensive end, you're the lead communicator. You are at the point of attack. So it makes perfect sense to me that they become head coaches.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Martin. Shoots the 3. Warriors with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead early. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Both these teams are beneficiaries of tremendous coaching. Both have high hopes for the season. I expect to see a chess match tonight.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Right, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Moody. Then for the Mavericks, Bayes checked in for Martin. Prince comes in for Rollins. And Irving subbed in for Pippen. And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real-life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Kevin?
He certainly plays without fear. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Irving with the bounce pass. Aldridge. Offline with his 3.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Curry passes to Castillo. Back to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Castillo. Fires for 3. Here's Hachimura. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now an 8-point Warrior lead.
Well, when you play with the level of focus and energy level that Rui brings nightly, Hachimura able to create that second chance opportunity.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Hachimura. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Wright, and it's P.J. Washington in for Jordan Poole. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Davis comes in for Aldridge.
High activity, challenging the heart of the defense. Taurean Prince is not afraid to mix it up.
Washington against Bay. Outside, Davis. Irving surveying the floor. Nice move. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
Back to Irving. And he drives in. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
It's to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Castillo. And the Warriors, another 3.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Outside, Davis. Back to Irving. 3-pointer. Mr. Incredible pulls it in. Mr. Incredible's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Kuminga that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night. 19 seconds left in the first half. Now, here is Irving. He's got 10. Davis with a screen on Curry. And on the way from Irving for 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And for that game against the Pelicans, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Warriors.
You know who's having a great time watching these guys launch it from downtown? Me.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And Mr. Incredible has been sensational.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Warriors leading by 8. We've got Jonathan Kuminga. Stephen Curry's out there with Mr. Incredible. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Washington in at the 3. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Pass to Bay. Here is Davis. Six to shoot. He can't get it to go. Nice defense from Kuminga. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry kicks to Kuminga. Pass to Curry. Over to the wing. Curry gets the screen from Castillo. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct.
just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
To the middle, here's Prince, and the dunk by Prince.
Boy, I love that Taurean Prince understood the contact was coming, plays through it, gets the hoop and the harm.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Curry, out to the wing. Here is Mr. Incredible, guarded by Prince. Kuminga the pass to Castillo. Over in the corner, Washington. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Mavericks trail by 12. Davis with a screen on Curry. Inside. Davis doing his thing inside.
When Kyrie Irving comes off that pick and roll, he has so much attention on him due to his speed that it results in a lot of easy shots for the guys around him.
You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 16.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Richards, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Richards got his first points in this one. Davis with it. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Irving against Curry. Clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Coach one up. No good from Irving.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Kevin, back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, we thank you very much. Back to Kuminga. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Hachimura is checked in for Golden State. The Mavericks also with a sub. Rollins is checked in. Down low, hit his leg. And the refs whistling a kick ball. And the Warriors with some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Moody comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Poole in for Curry. Pass to Hachimura. Shot clock at 6. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside, Martin. Rollins with a screen on Hachimura. To the paint. Here's Davis. And the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
And Green gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 16.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Aldridge left side. Lays it up and off the glass.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Green with a screen on Aldridge. Castillo the pass to Green.
Well, make no mistake, Draymond Green will bully you on the interior if you allow it. You've got to make sure he doesn't force the issue.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. They trail by 16. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas, they got Aldridge. Collins is out there with Kyrie Irving. And there's Davis, and it's Larson in at the 4 slot. Great positioning on the putback.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Here is Mr. Incredible to the inside. Green, and Green slams it in.
How easy is it to appreciate the intensity with which Draymond Green plays? Go ahead with power, sir.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Mavericks trail by 17. Now Irving. Davis setting the pick for Irving. Pass to Davis. Ignoring the contact, Anthony Davis.
Whoa, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
The Warriors shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. The 3 from Poole. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Rollins, defended by Moody, and he comes up with the deuce. Rollins got his first basket.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Poole kicks to Hachimura. Some nice passing by Golden State. And Poole gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 15.
Well, Jordan Poole with the 2 inside. Very nice.
The kick out to Irving, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the 3-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Take a look at Mr. Incredible. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the 3-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that 3-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Well, Lively is a great combination of size and finesse. Sets a great screen and creates offense off it.
Here's Curry. Shot clock at 5. Washington's outside. Down it goes for 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Washington's outside. Here is Mr. Incredible. Curry is inside. He's covered by Irving, and that's in there.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be the 26 on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Mr. Incredible.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They led by as many as 18 points. Now Washington. Here's Curry. Curry gets the screen from Castillo. Carries the deep ball.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Prince with the ball. Now guarded by Castillo.
When it's all said and done for Kyrie, the handle, the creativity, and the big shot making always will stand out.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. And so he makes both from the line. 16-point lead. Outside Poole. Right here. 13 feet away, and it doesn't go. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And this victory locks them in for the West semifinals of the NBA.